Hey guys, welcome to another Thursday. That means another Warriors Den recap. This one is the super exciting one that we've been waiting 3 months for. This is the full Season 4 reveal event, and on Saturday we get movesets and character gameplay. In addition, with this Warriors Den, a whole bunch of YouTubers got access to Season 4. They're supposed to be releasing new content today about Season 4 with armor, weapons, and other cosmetics. There is a warrior event this weekend. You can play as many matches as you can, gets you 3 scavenger crates. You can use those crates on your new heroes when they come out on Tuesday. There is a free weekend that is currently live. This is paired with the warrior training program, which is complete 5 matches with new players in your group and earn 5,000 steel when Season 4 starts. Then, since I know it's going to be the first thing people want to know, is hero gameplay and movesets will be revealed on Saturday, so that is 2 days from today. Then as a correction for last week, the dodge roll nerf was mistaken. You are still immune to guard breaking while dodge rolling, you just no longer block every direction while rolling, so you can take damage mid-roll. Skirmish and elimination are being re-merged as they were back at launch. You can set a preference and then you queue up and it will try and put you in your preferred game mode for the first 180 seconds. Then it will attempt to put you into either. Map voting will more clearly display the changes as well for game modes, as previously it was only a small text that would change and denote that you are changing it to skirmish or elimination. The intention behind this is to make the pool for people playing the 4v4 modes larger. Another fix that is coming with Season 4 is there is currently a high reputation relaxation bug where high level players get placed with low level players very quickly. This shouldn't be happening nearly as fast. It should take much longer for high level players to join low level players. This means that you won't be seeing games like that nearly as often. Then we got super exciting news that everybody's gonna love and everybody has been dying for the last 5 months. And that is, we got new executions. Centurion and Shinobi will be getting their executions later, as they weren't done in time for Season 3. I'm curious, which are your favorites? Warden shoulder bash ledges, Lawbringer gets sad, Raider finally gets a decapitation, and Berserker's just a badass. Well, Shigoki, he decapitates people with his bare hands. Those are just my highlights. What do you guys think? Which one's your favorite? Then we got the Aramusha trailer. With that, they told us a little bit about him. The trailer shows him teleporting, double sword parry, and they discussed that it's not a real word, it's just slang. And then they gave us a little bit of hidden backstory on his character. He's from the same secret order as Shinobi. The Shinobi's a silent assassin, but the Aramusha is a bodyguard of a powerful samurai house, and he stands as a front line and is super flashy on purpose. Then they showcased armors. He has different hats, but they all have giant straw hats. Some are metal though. There's no armor, all cloth. He's designed to not have armor. He's just a very strong, durable person. His new armor has silhouette changing outfits, has many open faces, but they're all hidden underneath his hat, with only a few helmets having a mask on them. His hat was originally going to be for the Nobushi, but they ran into issues with her Naginata because the hat was just so huge, so they scrapped it. There are multiple sizes on Aramusha. Some of his themes are supposed to be bandit styles. He has good and bad armor sets, so you can tailor your character to the theme that you want him to be, letting you design your own hero. So that's pretty sweet. He does have 4 unique armor styles with varying levels of spikes on them. His hats have many different types of material qualities as well as patterns and such, and those are customized with material color. And he does have straw in his mouth. He is indeed chewing on a piece of straw. Then they showcased some of his ornaments. He has very large ornaments. He has the demon and octopus ornaments from earlier outfits as well. There are tons of insectoid style ornaments as well for his helmets. And then they covered weapon customization. It is not the same on each blade, but they are shared between each sword. His customization is his blades, hilts, and guards. However, each hand has a different style to it. So even though they are a part of the same thing, they are coherent as a set, they will be different in both the left and the right hand. Then we have the Shaman. The Shaman uses her weapons until they bleed, then she uses her savage hands. She's a savage solo Viking from the Valkenheim wilds, and everything about her character shows it. She has many headbands like Highlander that also change her hair. Her full face is revealed. Furs and shield on her character model. She has little bits of her old enemies on her armor as well. You can see it with fingers and toes on different parts of her armor. Leather, fur, bones, and feathers were the building blocks of her character, and her pants game is on point with many different pants. Sorry, Warden. She doesn't have any beard customization. Yubi apologized for that, but they didn't feel it fit her character. She has a ton of head customization. I think they showed us like 12 different hairstyles. It also changes the war paint. Her ornaments get many color customizations, some using all 3 colors from your color palette. Some ornaments fit as a continuation of the hairstyle. Her weapon customization was hard to make different from the Berserkers, so they made them very long. She has a very long hatchet. She has tons of really brutal looking axe skins. The customization is handle, blade, blade, with the handle being shared between both weapons. She has some really exotic engraved and embossed daggers and axes. Tons of character flair on them. She has some more traditional ones too, so if you're into the realistic wartime stuff, those are there. Overall, I think she looks absolutely fantastic. She has body tattoos that are assigned to the armor you wear. I don't have confirmation that tattoos are a customization option as of yet, and they brought up that the Voss influence was not intentional, even if everybody thinks they look the exact same. Voss is the icon of insanity, and it fits very well to the character. He's a main character from Far Cry 3, but it wasn't intentional that the Shaman is very similar. Then we gotta look at the new weapons for each of the original cast heroes. They were picked by the guy showing them off, and we only got 1 per hero. We will be getting 5, 2 epic, 3 legendary at Season 4 release, but he only showed 1 of each class. They learned a new colored metal trick that they're exploring and really like how it's coming along, so they may make more of them. Personally, Nobushi's Naginata is impressively colorful, so I really hope that they do. Then we got more changelog stuff. Existing maps are getting some duel and brawl tweaks. Sanctuary Bridge is getting a huge change to bring more arenas and less ledges. The duel mode now has an attacker spawn duel arena, this being an arena on the far end of the bridge away from the gates. This is replacing the bridge section that was very thin with a whole bunch of ledges, so there's less ledge there and much more open arena. Tower Ruin is getting its high-level duel arena removed, too many ledges. They moved it to the Fountain Courtyard, and they removed the fountain ledges too. Shipyard is getting some massive changes. The bridge duels are now gone. It now puts you over on the gate side. The under the ship area is also being removed from duel, and you're being moved into the far east side of the building, Dragon Building, they called it. The sawmill doors are also being widened heavily. This applies to both Tribute and Brawl. So the sawmill arena should be seeing more play, and it should give you more room to beat people up in. Moving on from that, they give us some really cool discussion and map trailers. Gauntlet is a Viking map. They tried to get away from what Viking maps did in the past, tried to make a slaughterhouse type feel to the arena. It's a big Viking city as the base of the map, large and open in art, yet tight and restricted in mechanics. Looking at the trailers, I think they did a fantastic job on them. It really nails that feel for me. There's tons of overlap between points and lane, and you can legitimately stand over top of the B point and watch them through the mesh floor. There's a 2-layer focus with a bunch of traps to pull. They tried to make a gameplay loop of going through the bridges, ladders, and to points being close together to the center point. Killing Field is the dubbed name of the center point. Good trap play is very important. The bridge over B isn't enough to kill you, it's just to injure. So you have traps where you can hinder the enemy and make them slow down or otherwise have to run around the map. You can also use good teamwork to drop them and then have another teammate jump on them while they're down on the ground, so you can one-shot people that way. And then they called the attacker spawn a graveyard of failed battle attempts. There's tons of corpses and broken war machines. It's a super badass looking map. And we have Market Town. This is the samurai map that is available for Tribute mode and the other non-Dominion maps. There's a zipline mechanic that they worked really hard to establish into the game because it was a badass ninja trope that they loved in comics and anime. It doesn't have a lane design because it's not a Dominion map, and the ziplines are made as a means to get between points and differentiate things with a top and bottom layer without having 2 different layers. One really cool thing that they discussed is that with the ziplines, you can jump off of them and do drop attacks. You can also jump off and use them as shortcuts in between 2 different points that aren't on end to end, so you can just jump on and jump off. You don't have to follow the whole zipline. Then some backstory is that the upper part of the town has been attacked. There's really long streets and separation for the player mechanics. Lots of shops placed around, with Market Street being the focal point, as per the map name. The map feels very lived in with tons of life markers, but sadly the recent siege has closed all the shops, so sorry warlords, you're not going to be able to flaunt your cash and pick up all the berserker babes. There's large gates on one side of the spawns, maybe a prison, maybe something else. Choose your own narrative. They don't really have a backstory to it, but it can be whatever you want it to be. There's tons of pathing, different ways to get around. It's kind of mazy in the different ways that things work, so it should make for very interesting Tribute mode gameplay, given that you can go pretty much anywhere you want, use 100 different directions, and out zigzag your enemies. Then the most hype thing ever in a map is there is donkeys. I'm just going to leave it at that. So hopefully with that, I have summarized what the developers have informed us of this Warrior's Den, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the battlefield.
Do you hear them? They are always whispering, just out of reach. But when the red spills, she can hear them louder. They shout excitedly when bones break. Do you hear them now? They scream of war. They scream the names of those next to die. She will use her hatchet and dagger to cut the bodies down, and then she will use her hands. They are louder now, the voices overwhelming. They won't stop. They won't stop until all lie dead.
Some must fall from grace. But when samurai fall, they also free themselves from their masters. Aramusha. Brash enforcers for the most prestigious houses. Once noble fighters, now mercenaries. Their dual katana may have killed to satisfy their own ego. But those crimes belong to the past. They join this war not out of duty or command. They join because they are elite warriors in search of their own destiny. A destiny stained red with the blood of those in their way.